media briefing is set to brief the media about what the community will be embarking on and what is expected to be carried out by this noble committee. We are delighted to welcome you today to a civic engagement exercise aimed at strengthening accountability through inclusive election and accountable governance in the Upper East region. We are pleased to hold this media encounter to introduce the Interstructural Committee on Post-Election Accountability Mechanism, the Manifesto Tracker. This tracker has objectives that are lined up. They track campaign promises and make policy recommendation. That is one. Conduct and disseminate interconstituency ranking based on fulfillment of promises by the various members of parliament. Track and report allocation and use of MP's common fund in the target constituencies, and that is to say Bolga Central, Bongo, and Northern District. The Manifesto Tracker offers a comprehensive and user-friendly platform designed to enhance transparency.
What is the water that you promise us from the skies? And that is where you tell us how you are going to bring the water down from the skies. Or else next time you will be measured with what you want to tell us. Because if you look at the developmental gaps between serious regions and that of our region, it's yawning. As a result of what? People make choices, promises and go scot-free. We are not serious. But this, I'm sure, now that this committee is in place, we'll even go a long way to bring the tension that is there between the political parties, especially the two political parties in the region, so that we forget about politics and fight together to bring what? Development. Then, I equally want to add that you should not hesitate to find out from us if you get an information, you the media, whether what we are doing is accurate or not. Sometimes somebody can just stand somewhere and see something that may not be accurate enough. Approach us. Our doors are widely open for you. Come and bring your suggestions as well. As we are a committee, not that we know the best, we are only taking the role of what we supposed to have done. But you can be behind us and suggest ways and means of us getting the successfulness that we want. Thank you.
Responsiveness in governance and constituency development. We also have key features that include comprehensive tracking, systematic monitoring of the manifesto's commitment and utilization of the MP's common fund. Also, the user-friendly interface. We have easy access to information for all citizens. Data utilization, tools to clearly illustrate the progress on manifesto implementation and constituency development projects. Citizen feedback, a platform for citizens to provide feedback and engage in constructive dialogue regarding both manifesto promises and local development initiatives. Media collaboration. This is where the community will be working with the media to ensure widespread dissemination of information and raise public awareness. MP's engagement. Facilitating meetings with respective MPs to discuss their development vision and sector by sector to their constituencies. This discussion will be documented and shared on the platform. Performance tracking is another feature we will be looking at. The platform will track the performance of the MPs based on their manifesto fulfillment, common fund utilization, and community feedback, with results publicly made available. Rise Ghana firmly believe that the Manifesto Tracker and the Constituency Development Initiative will play a vital role in strengthening democratic processes and promoting quality service delivery and equitable development by empowering citizens with tools and information they need to hold their elected officials accountable, including their management and development fund. This initiative will contribute to a more transparent, responsive, and inclusive governance. We also believe that recognizing and highlighting the best performing MPs based on the tracking result will incentivize the good governance and effective representation. We thank you for your presence today and your commitment to informing the public about this very important initiative by Rise Ghana and Ghana.
Okay, so tracking the manifestos of the elected members of Parliament. Do they have a substantive document that is available to you, or how they were going around the constituency making those promises that they are tracking? If you can throw more light on that.
All right, thank you very much for your question. Okay, well, the MPs had their manifesto reading, they had media engagement to read out what they would be doing for the voters or the citizens when being elected. There weren't any official document given to media or given to us by members of parliament or candidates of members of parliament. But we as a committee, we have heard most of the things they promised to do when they are being elected into power. Regardless of that, we will not just center particularly on what they said. We are going to be looking at what will they do or what can they do for the people. If we go before them, we put it before them what the needs of the people are and what they said. If they are not working with what they said, what will they do for the people is what we'll be working with. And then we'll monitor to see that what they have said they will do, they've actually done it or they are actually doing it. Then we'll report to the general public or report to the public what has been done by the MPs from these 3 constituencies that we are working with, and that is Bolga Central, Nabdan District, and the Bongo District, areas of Center for Rise Ghana. Thank you.
Way back, before, during, and even after the election, which we are now, to prepare ourselves and receive news from this our political actors. Now, as one of the activity carried out by Rise Ghana, I think before the election we had a political debate that Rise Ghana was at Bongo, Nabdan, and the Bolga districts. This political debate was for us to have recourse of what they intend to do for the people or the good people of their various areas if they are elected into power. Now, the essence of this exercise is not to drag and pull. The essence of this exercise is to help our duty bearers perform what they promise the electors that they are going to do. So the training that we even had from Rise Ghana from the beginning up to the end takes us through in how to handle some of these issues. Now, in our action plan that we drew yesterday, we spoke of familiarizing ourselves first with them. I think getting into their offices to explain one or two of these issues will let them understand that we are not there to witch hunt. We are there to open the eyes of the public. We are there to bring feedback from the general population to them as to whether they are doing good or they are doing bad, they are fulfilling or they are not fulfilling. You see, this would even be an advantage to them, because as they say, if you are drawing the line, you will not be able to see back to know whether it is crooked or not. You definitely need somebody to pinch you at a time to tell you the path you are taking is either good or it's not bad. So with the action plan that we drew yesterday, as part of the action plan, we would meet the duty bearers to put it to them. You said on water side, you would provide 5 boreholes to the community. On light side, you would extend to rural areas. Now we'll be giving them that opportunity to either accept it or deny it or either alter it. And whatever you say at that point will be what we'll be tracking you on. And mind you, this is the best time to do it because we are just beginning the year. So no politician would want to deviate from whatever he promised the people. It is still fresh in their mind. And the good thing is that we're involving the media. And with involvement of media, politicians and media, whatever they say was played on tape. Whatever they say now will be played on tape. And that is what will be used to make the tracking. So we'll be tracking them based on whatever they say at our familiarizing meeting with them and the subsequent meeting that we'll have with them. So it's going to be a friendly one. It's not going to be in the form of witch hunting. You said this, you must do it. You said it. Some of these things, they say it out of excitement. We'll give you that opportunity to really make your point clear and to hold you accountable for it. So
last from me, I want to know, when does your work start? The tracking, is it starting from today and when will it end?
The tracking will begin from today. Let me say today, but practically in March, because to familiarize ourselves with the duty bearers will start in March. We'll be paying those courtesy call to their offices to welcome them, let them know we are their friends. We're only to help them implement whatever they want to do. We'll go back to them and have them reiterate whatever they promise to do, and then by May we'll kickstart the tracking.
You added on to the committee. What is the weight and what is your interest?
Oh, very, very heavy. Very heavy in the sense that when get to that particular person, the project that they are even putting up, I have to cross-check the accessibility aspect of it. That is one. Because there are a lot of infrastructure in the system that are not accessible to man members, especially the wheelchair users. So with our inclusion into this committee, it's going to be what? Vibrant. You cannot just accept by your voice that you are going to do it without doing it. If I don't do it, what happens? But now that you are part of the committee, you are drawing the attention that whatever project that you want to do should be made accessible to all of us. Then we will not even forget about what? The agents. As of now, we see that all of us are young people. But because persons with disabilities suffer the same processes like that of the elderly persons or the whole in the society, those people needs to equally be taken care of. That is the weight of our inclusion in this particular committee. And it goes a long way to tell you, the public, how competent we are, as we are all aware of our inabilities, but we are not aware of our abilities. You preach about the inabilities of persons with disabilities, but you don't talk about the abilities of persons with disabilities. That is why I always say, when they call you a disabled person, it is in the state of the mind. If you tell me that I'm a blind person, I cannot do this, I know that I can do it, I go ahead and do it. Not because of your discretion, that will frustrate me not to do it, but I'll go a long way to do it, to prove you wrong. Then, even if you have such person in your community, you bring the person out to join us. So we see the new development. Or even if you do everything perfectly without including persons with disabilities' interest, then it's incomplete in terms of development. Thank you.